Podcast Thursday.
Do you know, if you were in the States right now and you were a public servant...
A public servant?
How do you think you would be feeling at this moment?
Shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up with that? What's up with the shutdown thing, T-Mac? I don't understand.
Here's the thing. Okay,
is it a thing? Is there a thing? Because I don't understand. Is there like a policy that they're shutting down? So they don't want it to happen, or they want it to happen. They want Obamacare, we're talking about.
You're exactly right. Yeah. And the Republicans, for whatever reason, look, whoever's listening, don't quote me on this shit because I don't know. Okay, I don't really know the facts. So,
if anyone's listening to us to actually hear about world news and to get a really detailed, informative, news piece,
go to the New York Times.
Probably don't listen to us.
Yeah, or
don't even
go
go
to
to
the
the
Times.
Mass media.
You know what I found out about the U.S. government back in the Prohibition days?
Okay, go.
In the 1920s.
They were selling grog. They were doing something.
No, they were
something
actually...
dodgy.
Dude, they poisoned alcohol.
Of course they did.
They poisoned the alcohol.
Yes,
that was
they did.
going out because they knew that people were getting it somehow.
They were getting it somehow.
And it actually it killed over 10,000 people at that time.
Absolutely.
Can you believe that shit?
That is
the U.S. government, and you're all into your conspiracy theories too.
I am indeed.
So what's your theory on this current state of affairs?
The shutdown thing?
Yeah, because you certainly, I know you research all the conspiracy theories. Like JFK, he died of hemorrhoids, right?
Yeah, he was heavily into JFK was
and Abraham Lincoln, it wasn't an assassination in the theater. No,
Abraham Lincoln, he had
a prolapsed anus, right?
He was a heavily Abraham Lincoln, heavily.
Right. So the moon landing,
I'll tell you what, that was heavily,
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah.
See, I knew you knew a lot about this stuff.
I know pretty much a lot. I watch a lot of TV shows.
So the current
internet videos. Yeah. And they're heavy.
Yeah,
they're heavy, with information and details.
There you go, listeners. There's some insight. Into
this whole shutdown
Josho's conspiracy theories and this whole governmental shutdown of the United States.
I have watched a lot of internet videos about this whole shutdown thing.
Yep.
And the response that I'm getting from all these people that I listen to, apparently they're trying to scare the people into accepting Obamacare.
Oh, scare them into accepting it.
They're going, well, there's no government. What are you going to do now, people? What are you going to do now? We've shut down. The country isn't going to run. We haven't got our people running the country. Yeah. So what are you going to do? You're going to accept Obamacare. Apparently, that's what I've heard.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
Well, I don't know the details. The thing is, party. Conspiracy theories, and I go, yes, I am.
Yeah, Tony Abbott shows up in his Denny's, right?
Yeah, so he's in his
Joshua, nice to meet you.
He's looking good. He shaved his chest. After point.
Can I get one of those facts?
Well, I don't know them. That's the thing. Because I don't remember them. I don't remember them too much. I'm not one of those smart people that remembers these things.
Yeah.
All I do is a podcast.
That memory game is a tough game to play.
It's gone.
It's a real tough game to play.
It's gone.
What's his name? William Shatner.
Shatner. year. So
was that when the judge came to the school just to try all the kids for all their offenses?
We're gonna do a fake little court trial.
We're gonna do a group trial because all of you have made offenses in some way or another.
This is gonna be great, kids. All right, get together.
Let's just get it all out of the way.
Josh, you sit on the. You pretend to be the prosecuted.
Put on this wig.
We'll be the prosecutors. All right, Josh.
You're going away.
You've touched a few too many little girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I put my hand up. I'm like, I'm going to be the lawyer. I watch Boston Legal. I know how to be a lawyer.
Of course.
The instant my opposing lawyer questioned me, I was out.
So you're in for everything except the cross-examination.
Yeah,
and screw it.
I gave my points. And then the cross-examine happened, and they went, well, what about this? What about this? What about that? What?
Barrister Giuliani, anything further? Your Honor, nothing further.
Nothing further, Your Honor. But you're losing so far. You're losing this case.
Thank you, Your Honor. I reserve my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
This isn't America. We're in Australia.
Yes.
There's no amendments.
If we were, I would not speak. Nothing further, Judge.
Even if you recite it, doesn't change anything. Okay. I am awarding you 4 years.
It's all about the vibe. It's just the vibe.
It's the vibe.
It's the vibe.
So that's my thing. So when people ask me, because I am into it, I'm into my conspiracies.
Yeah.
Heavily.
Okay.
Heavily into it.
Yeah, heavily into it.
I can't explain it.
Okay, fair enough. With that, let's go to some music. Let's get into the
we're doing a
meat
podcast.
and potatoes of the show.
Well, I mean, that's going a little bit far.
We just gave you a little
bit of gravy. That was a bit of gravy.
There was a little bit of beetroot salad there to start out with.
A third of the episode was our intro today, T-Mac. See, when you get me started on conspiracies,
it's a heavy topic.
Heavy topic. Come on. All right, stick around.
That was the Smoke a Bomb and Listen to Laurie Anderson with Cut Chemist. No real
okay, can I explain
preview of that song beforehand?
I'll explain to the listeners what happened just then. What I did last night was put a microphone under your pillow while you slept.
Oh, did you?
All right, and you were having a bit of a crazy dream, and your esophagus was opening and closing really quickly, i.e. breathing.
Yeah.
But quite quickly, your Adam's apple was getting involved in the whole thing, and then there was sort of a popping sort of sound.
The epiglottis was waving back and forth.
Then that was the sound of T-Mac sleeping. So, hope you enjoyed that, listeners.
That's a rare insight not many people get. So.
All right, so
except for some of you lucky ladies back in my college days. When you were waiting for it, and I had fallen asleep.
We've all been there.
What you got for us today, Joshua boy?
Oh, you want me to start? Let's have a start. Well, did you hear One Direction is in town?
I did hear that. Yeah.
It's exciting.
Oh, hang on now. Is that the newest band on the generational record label, One Direction?
No, that is a different band altogether, Mr.
Okay.
T-Mac. Juan Maraca Paradise. Look that one out for the ARIA charts.
Yeah.
Juan Direction is coming out very soon. The newest Mexican boy band.
Yeah, and
straight out of Mexico.
Estoy muy loco.
Yeah, so
we've
organised some visas. We got them down here. They're extra large sombreros. They look fantastic. They're going to be huge. But we're talking about the English and probably lesser known band, One Direction.
Yeah, they're the guys who did the Coles ads, right?
After they're the Coles dudes. They've done a couple of
Coles
things. Idiots.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are very excited. Right, they're doing a whole tour of Australia. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge. I know I've spent many sleepless nights thinking about it.
Okay.
I've got their itinerary.
Okay.
For the listeners, this is hot. This is crazy. I've got an insider in one of the roadies has given me their itinerary and what they project the tour will have in store for One Direction, and everyone wants to know that.
Yeah, of
Mr.
course.
T-Mac, let me just run straight through it.
Except
Harry
me.
Styles, he's gonna impregnate 4 women. That's the projection.
Okay.
only 4 women for this tour.
So he's selected, like pre-selected. He sent his people out there to pre-select these.
Exactly right. In Spain, it was actually
not unlike a Tom Cruise would pick a wife.
Exactly right. That's the thing. I mean, they have to be able to project these things. It's all about insurance, and it's about depreciation of their.
All the papers have to be in order.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Liam Payne, he's going to ride an emu, then he's going to eat that emu. The same emu.
Oh, that's cool.
That's going to be an interesting weekend for Liam Payne.
That's a turn of events, yeah.
That's going to be great.
I did not expect that.
He's in Australia as well. You're getting in with Australia. Zayn Malik, one of the guys, will be staying in the Great Western on King Street. So he's one of the lesser known ones,
sure.
I guess. So they've just sort of, they've thrown him away into, they've found a hotel for him.
Yeah.
Good on him. One of the lesser known members. He's actually going on a rampage and sexually attack Harry.
Oh, really?
Later on the tour.
Ooh.
This
is all planned.
This is all planned. This is what they're projecting.
Okay.
This is what they think is going to happen.
Yep.
And then he'll be replaced by a cardboard cutout for the final 2 concerts. So
sure.
it's going to be an interesting end to the tour for the One Direction boys.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Okay.
All right, stick around. Australia will be thanked 437 times. That's what they're projecting.
Uh-huh.
Taylor Swift will not be thanked once. 7,500 young girls will say they want to make love to the boys.
Yep.
6,000 of them will retract that statement when they find out what make love actually means.
Okay. Because, they're uneducated, they're young.
They're young, they don't really know what's going on.
They're prepubescent, they don't know. Yeah, okay.
Heavy.
I love you. No. I want to make love to you.
I want to do things to your shaft. Yeah.
Do you know what this entails? This is invasive.
Yeah. Do you want
this is like invasive. Have you ever had a filling put in your tooth?
Come sit down.
Oh, yeah, I had that one time. Because
Asian? How are we talking
about?
All right, so there's Thai.
I'm just a young girl.
A young Asian girl.
I'm a young girl.
She's a young Asian girl.
And I had something put in my tooth.
Yeah.
So would you want something put somewhere else?
Do you want to put something else?
I don't know what that means. Yeah. I love you, Harry.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's all that matters is that she's got love for the Harry.
Yeah.
So One Direction's in town. It's going to be exciting.
That's fantastic, mate. Have you got your ticket?
I have indeed. Purely for the show, though.
Can I tell you what I've done? I mean, because I have anticipated this for quite some time.
Sure.
You've turned me on to One Direction a few months back. Ever since then, I've been obsessed. I know where they're playing. I know what arena they're playing at.
What arena are they playing at?
They're playing at Rod Laver.
Yes, they are indeed.
And so what I did, and we got to keep this on the down low.
Okay, right? let's bring it down a bit. Let's bring it down.
7 weeks ago, I began digging a hole. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm. This was 3 kilometers away from Rod Laver.
3 kilometers, okay.
There's a tunnel that goes down. I've incorporated a crew of 24 people to help me out doing this.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm paying them dearly.
3 kilometers of
digging.
I'm
paying them dearly.
For 7 weeks. Yeah.
It's fully structurally engineered. And then I'm charging. I'm going to be charging people to go enter Rod Laver from underground. So that'll be coming up from behind the scenes,
behind the stage.
And so if you see a lot of people standing up there with maggots all over them, those are my people.
Maggots. There's going to be maggots involved as well.
Well, underneath the ground.
So underneath the ground, there's a lot of maggots.
Well, there was sewage dumpage under Rod Laver.
Okay, that's what you're going through. You're connecting through that tunnel.
Yeah, it's Aboriginal, sacred Aboriginal ground.
Shawshank Redemption style. Fantastic. Well, that's going to be exciting for everyone. So stick around. One Direction, they're in town. Generational.
I got a complaint about Gen Y, and I realized Gen Y.
Talk to me.
The name of the show, incidentally, you listen to is Generational. Gen Y means Gen X.
I will, on behalf of all of Gen Y, hear your complaint, Mr. T-Mac.
It's not a complaint so much; it's just an observation.
Okay, well, that's a completely different thing. Yeah.
I meet with clients. I meet with clients a lot with my job.
Sure, you do.
A couple of days ago, I was meeting with a client who I've had for many years, but they've got a new marketing manager. The new marketing manager is this young kid.
Yeah.
Previously,
how old?
I would say he's probably maybe 22, 23.
Whoa, that's young.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a marketing manager. It's a pretty big account. Like it's a local, it's a well-known establishment in Melbourne.
Does he dress well?
Well, he was wearing like the skinny jeans. He had like just a kind of a long T-shirt with a low-cut neck and stuff like that. Yeah. And he meets me. It's like a meet and greet. So it's the first time I'm meeting him. Yeah. Big account. He's got his little sidekick with him too. Sure. Both kind of metrosexual type of guys. The slick hairdos and stuff. Yeah. What I've noticed about Gen Y is like even in a professional setting such as like an actual, a media meet. This is an advertising / media marketing style meeting. There's no handshake involved.
Handshake.
Gen Ys, they don't do the handshake anymore. Now, color me traditional, Am I an old fart? I don't know. When I meet someone for the first time, especially in a professional environment, I hold out my hand. When I did this, dude, like he's like, oh, hey, how you doing? I'm like, hi, how are you? I hold out my sheep or something.
So he didn't shake your hand?
No. Well, he kind of did, but then he was like, I could see his mind working like, what's going on here?
What's happening? Why is his hand out?
Why is he trying to grab me?
Do I own something of his that he wants back?
I don't understand this. Like, I'm my own person. I'm young. I'm hip. I'm cool. I'm metro.
Don't get into my space.
Why are you trying to touch me?
Yeah.
It's creepy, old man.
It's creepy, old man. Yeah, he's a creepy old man.
So he did. He.
So what did he do? What was
he put out a semi-firm hand.
A flimsy.
It wasn't fully like dead fish, but it wasn't like a nice firm grip like I like to shake.
Yeah. Shake.
And I don't know.
Family.
I've been told in the past, ever since I got to America. Like my father-in-law used to tell me, "Oh, you've got a really firm handshake. Americans are really big on firm handshakes. Why is that?" Yeah. But I don't know. That's just
tighter the better.
That's what we've always been taught to do.
Yeah.
What's your take on this? Do you shake?
No, I agree.
Do you shake people's hands?
I'm a handshaker.
You are
a handshaker, and so is all of my friends. I don't think this is a Gen Y thing.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I think this dude is just a rude dude.
Okay.
Because you're supposed to shake hands. That's like it's a respect thing. Like
exactly.
You say hi to the person. It's the first time you met them. You shake their hand. And for a girl, you kiss them on the cheek. Do you kiss girls on the cheek?
It depends.
First time you met them, you've never met them before.
No.
Just a quick, hand, your right hand, shake their hand, pull them in, kiss them on the cheek, left hand, squeeze the bum.
Yeah, not much.
Nice to
not
meet
much. I don't know. I feel weird about shaking women's hands too because they'll always give you kind of the limp thing.
Oh.
And so...
expect you to kiss the like 1920s style?
You know if they give you a really firm handshake, you know what they're into.
Yeah. Oh, well, exactly right. Yeah, well...
They're into fake Rolex watches or something.
Exactly right. I mean? Yeah, you've got a tight grip, you always wear light watches, therefore the strength, exactly right.
Yeah, so that's what... I wanted to bring that up with Gen Y. I mean, I've noticed... It's like there's no rule... It's like no traditional social rules really apply to Gen Y. It's like, we're here, we're making up everything we do as we go. And it's like, is that...
He should have done a handshake.
Is it an affectation?
He should have done a handshake.
But Gen Y, that kind of is indicative of Gen Y's attitude in general.
So it's not so much the incident as such.
I'm using this as a springboard.
You're using this as an overall complaint that you have about Gen Y.
In a manner of speaking.
Feeling that you have.
Yes.
Which is that they don't have a level of respect. They just do whatever they want to do.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Okay, well that's pretty much about right.
Yeah, okay.
That's pretty much about right. He should have shaken your hand.
Okay, fair
I'm
enough.
surprised that he didn't shake your hand. That's kind of weird. What about the other guy? Because surely if there was two dudes...
The other guy was didn't really speak much, and he wasn't really... He was like kind of the assistant dude, so he
was just there.
He didn't matter anyway.
What was he wearing?
If you're listening, I couldn't get less about. He was wearing pretty much the same thing, man.
What a
and they were like overzealous and excited about everything I had to say, which was cool because it makes you makes you feel like
they're young. They just like feeling important.
Yeah.
Young dudes love going to meetings.
Yeah.
I know me.
I'm a marketing guy.
I was at a meeting the other day.
Yep.
You were there.
Yes, I was.
To be honest.
Yeah.
And I felt wined and dined by these people that we went and saw because they bought us a coffee.
Right.
And I thought that was the greatest thing on the planet because I didn't have to pay for my coffee.
That's nice.
I've never experienced that before.
And what I liked was like you did that whole kind of feigning, reaching for your pocket. I got. And you kind of, said it slowly, reach for your wallet, giving them enough time. I got this, Josh.
Oh, no worries. Sweet.
Okay, cool.
How many times should you offer to pay before because people are polite.
I know. Well, when you say no, I got it. How much do you hate it when people go, okay, go ahead then? You really do not want them to say yes.
Because, all right, this is how it went down at the meeting.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And let's get your thoughts, your overall thoughts on this one. So she said initially that I said initially that I'd pay, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Straight away. I'm like, listen, I've got the coffees.
Yeah.
And she said, no, I've got it.
Yep.
And then I rebutted with, nah, it's okay.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Did you?
I'm sure I did.
I think you said... Oh, no, you said, are you sure? You gave the old, are you sure? And at that point, when someone says, are you sure...
I know. That's
really...
Succumbing. That's succumbing.
But who's really going to say, if you ask me... let's do it.
All right. Because so I'm me, and you're the other person.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I've got the coffee.
No, Josh. I'll pay for it.
Are you sure...
Actually, yeah. Can you pay?
I'll pay.
Okay, great.
See, that's how it could have gone down. That's how it could have gone down.
Who would actually say, yeah, okay.
You bitch. Yeah,
exactly.
It would have been like that.
So, but actually, how much are they? $750.
750. You know what? Let's just go 50-50.
No, let's just go ahead and pay, Josh. Just go ahead and pay. Thanks for the meeting.
Well, that's the thing. How many times do you ask? Because otherwise the conversation could have gone like this. You know what? I've got the coffees. It was great to have you guys here. I've got the coffees. You get out of here.
I'll pay, Josh.
I'm going to pay. I've got the coffees. You know, like it's been a great meeting.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you know, I've got the coffees. You
sure? Because I'll pay.
No, we. You know what? It's okay. I'll pay for the coffees. It's been fine.
Okay,
it's been great.
Can you whack a sandwich on there as well? Because I'm going to grab.
We're going to order. Let's just
turkey on a roll, please.
Can we just? Yeah, let's just keep that to the coffee. Okay, you're grabbing a fruit as well. You grabbing some fruit?
Yeah. Thick shake, please.
Oh, okay, they got a thick shake.
Okay, thanks, Josh. Great meeting.
Okay,
great
that
meeting.
Was a great meeting.
We'll be in touch.
So, speaking of Gen X, Mr. T-Mac, the show is generational, Gen X, Gen Y, a little bit awry. I am getting back to my roots as such.
Yep.
The BFC has a new haunt. The BFC has a new haunt.
And the BFC is?
The BFC is the best friends club
Joshua's crew from Naiwan.
Yeah, Naiwan, which is a small town in Thailand, where basically the best friend crew is a group of alphas going out hitting the town, doing our thing.
Yep.
We've got a new place that we love to go to, and it's called Retro Nightclub in Melbourne. Have
on Lonsdale Street.
You've heard of it?
Of course, I've been there. Yeah, for sure.
You've been there?
Yeah.
So it's a 90s club.
Yeah,
it plays all 90s music.
It used to be an 80s club, but now I guess every decade it just goes
bring it forward 10 years.
Yeah.
So now it's cool. It's cool. Like, I love it. It's awesome. You go there, and the beautiful thing about it is there's actually good-looking girls that goes to this club. Young, good-looking girls that are like, you know what? Let's just go to retro. You know, like they're all about that sort of stuff. But it's the perfect playground for the BFC because at regular clubs, we're like, oh, look at those dudes. Like, we're quite an intimidating bunch of dudes because there's four of us. You know, like one of them is just gigantic.
Yep. I think I know where you're going with this.
Basically, when we go to retro, there is no competition.
Yeah, exactly.
There is absolutely no competition. Every time we go, we have the best night of our life, and we always pick up.
So are there a bunch of, what do you call those gothic type dudes that
you've got
emos.
No, you don't get them. No, it's older dudes, like you're talking 35 plus.
Okay.
Overweight.
Yeah.
Maybe wearing a suit.
So how many times have you guys gone so far?
We've probably been there about 4 times.
How many times have you been successful in
the other dudes,
some ladies?
The other dudes, you know, they do quite well every time. Every time there's been at least one.
But you don't do well.
Oh, I mean, like, it's me, you know, I sort of sit back, I watch, I wait for it to come to me.
And how many times does it come to you?
Well, you know, T-Mac, let's not talk about numbers here.
Okay. Okay.
0. But you know what? That doesn't matter because the group is picking up.
Yeah. And so it's like an average. It's on a whole. It's like
It's like
a quarterly figures.
We're all picking up.
Right.
The dudes are picking up a chick each. One of them's picking up 2. That's 4. So
on average,
we're all picking up
half
one.
a chick each.
Yeah, exactly right.
Half a chick each.
So it's great.
So you got yourself a left boob.
I got myself a left boob, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, good.
Okay, I take that shit to the house.
Yeah.
So retro nightclub. So get there if you want to party with the BFC on Saturday. We're going to be there.
Okay.
We're going to be there.
Okay.
We haven't even organised it, but I know that's how confident we are that we're going to be there. So, Gen X, get ready to be BFC'd.
So the listeners probably know I'm from California. I don't really like the AFL footy here, but I love my NFL. Okay, so my team is San Francisco 49ers.
Love it.
There's some news with the 49ers lately. One of their players, their defensive safety, Dante Whitner. Do you know this guy?
Never heard of him. No.
He recently got fined for an illegal hit that he made as one of the receivers was trying to catch a ball in the end zone.
Sure.
And all he did was basically shoulder the guy in the head, which made him drop the ball.
He basically took his knee and he put it into his pelvis region.
No, it wasn't even that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Okay.
Right.
You're just making it sound like all he did was jump off the ground, lay his fist into his throat.
It's football. It's a contact sport.
It is a contact sport. But they're wearing a mattress like that. No. It doesn't even hurt them.
Yeah. No, actually, I played ball. You can get your bell rung pretty hard. Okay. So he got fined. NFL fined him $21,000 for this hit.
Okay, wow.
$21,000.
Based on what?
Is that based on absolute shit, right?
So he just plucked that number out of nowhere.
So they used to fine him for if their socks fell down and you could see skin on their legs in the old days. They used to fine him like maybe $3,000 or something like that, just because they wanted everything to look tidy.
Yeah.
So all the players are saying, the NFL officials are getting really anal about all these hard hitting things. So Dante he's not only appealing it, he's doing something else as a big FU to the NFL.
Sure.
Okay, so keep in mind his last name is Whitner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, love it. Yeah.
He's officially changed his name, and this will hopefully appear on the back of his jersey as Hittner.
Officially changed
Dante
his name.
Hittner.
Officially changed his name.
Yes.
To Dante Hittner.
Hittner.
And what is he?
So he's just.
What is he hoping to achieve by this? What's the thought behind it?
He basically, the first thought is clearly he wants to be known as someone who hits hard on the field.
He's the Hittner.
He's the Hittner.
Yeah.
But clearly there's some underlying, kind of allusions to some bad people in history.
Adolf Hittner.
Maybe, yeah. So Dante Hittner.
Dante Hittner. Adolf Hittner.
He's actually tweeted. He's tweeting about it. It's a big thing over there. Everybody's going, "Oh my god, I can't believe he's doing this." Here's one of his tweets. He says, "Thinking about this is before he officially did it. Thinking about changing the W out of my last name. Mom said it was okay. Y'all know I had to ask first. LOL."
Because it's not a big deal. It's just changing a name.
But do you know how how in the States, anything against the Jews, any allusion whatsoever to the Holocaust or Hitler or
anti-Semitic,
extremely sensitive topic over there.
There's like a whole committee
so anything remotely sounding like that is going to get some backlash.
Yeah,
and I think that's. I don't know if he wanted to cause that amongst the Jews per se,
but
he wanted. Look, if he's an NFL player, they're paying him to play. If that's his official name, he's changed it legally.
Yeah.
They have to put his name on the jersey.
They have to put his name on the jersey. That's what it is.
So
there's no change in that.
Yeah.
Maybe he could have gone ahead and changed his whole name. Like instead of just making a Hittner, he could have put the Hitter, or he could have made it. Hitronic.
Well, he wanted to do that. His mom wouldn't allow it. Okay, so his mom said, "Boy, I named you Dante. You always gonna be my Dante."
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
so
that's fair enough. Yeah, that's how she said it as well.
Well, yeah,
exactly how she said it.
Exactly.
You were there.
I've got the recording.
Generational research. Mr. T-Mac.
Oh.
Let's drop it down.
We're going to mellow this out now.
A couple of pieces of pizza left. Hey,
yeah,
that's cool. I like that.
Don't you hate it when you pull a piece of pizza?
Oh my god!
And all the toppings stick to the center, so you pull it off and you just pull up a tainted red slab of bread.
Do you then pick up the topping and put it back on? Do you eat?
It depends where I am. Like if I'm in a pizza place and I've touched something else in there, like the table or the container that holds the Parmesan cheese, I won't. I'll use my fork to pick that shit.
So even the Parmesan cheese container is
has fecal traces on it. Yes, absolutely.
Everything's got fecal traces on it. Right?
Look, we're all we're just a society of shit eaters.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I take shits with this microphone in my hands. So
I know.
That's what
this
you're breathing in right now.
Reeks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
absolutely.
You can see a bit on it right there. Like that's a.
What is that moving on the microphone?
You don't want to know what's moving on the microphone there. That's my friend. So
I remember when we first got this microphone, you took it home to have a bit of an experiment with it, and
exactly right.
You wanted to see what your girlfriend thought of it.
It's all about making some new sounds for the intro, some new special effects,
some internal gargles,
some internal guts. I wanted to get your Adam's apple working. Thinking the Adam's apple. There's another week, T-Mac. That felt good.
That did indeed.
I always get like a relaxed feeling when we're doing these outros. It's like we've done our bit.
Yep.
We've done what we've had to do.
Yep.
Andrew else is happy.
Yeah.
He's chuckling away.
Yeah.
He's having a great old day.
He is. He's sitting on the tram or the train ride home because he does dedicate the entire half an hour of his train ride solely to listen to this. He told me he can't listen to this at work because it distracts him from everything else.
And then he tells his friends, obviously his family. He puts it on Facebook to listen to us, or he goes to facebook.com/generational podcast.
On occasion, he'll email us at generational@gmail.com on occasion.
Then he'll look at our Twitter because he wants to know what's going on with Generational at Generational.
And also want to give a little shout out to Matto and Matt and
Simon.
No,
Simon and Locke.
No, not Simon and Log. Matt and oh my god,
you got this, man.
From Reaction Podcast.
It's Matt and his
Bo. Matt and Bo.
Matt and his guy.
Reaction
and
Podcast.
The guy that he does a podcast with.
The guy with the brown nipples.
The guy that doesn't like us. The guy that doesn't like us. But Matt, no, come on.
Matt and Bo. Oh yeah, Bo doesn't like us. Matt.
Bo doesn't like us. Matt loves us.
We like. Hey guys, we like what you're doing over there. We hear that you're changing the format to go into half an hour, focusing on one podcast and one podcast only. So that'll be good to hear. Listening to that in the very near future. And I can't wait to hear the new Deegan Squared as well. That should be
Whoa, there you go.
Deegan Squared tech show. Get out there, listen to that as well with Matt and Bo.
Matt and Bo. We won't forget that one.
No.
There you go. Another week.
All right, we're done.
I feel good.
We out.
We out.
Late.
In my head, things we did, things we said, flooding through my thoughts, things that happened, things forgot.
High school was mostly whack, like one big show and tell. Most of the stuff that people showed me they'd go to. I missed the days of old, could not wait for the last bell. I kept up with the rhyming and I pulled some decent grades. I really didn't date cause sports were on my front page. Some days I'd get to school before 6 a.m. and I wouldn't see my crib again until after 8. Homework suffered, but I made up for it on tests. Girlfriends weren't feeling the lack of time that they would get, so I focused on the day that I would graduate. Reminiscing now, there was a lot that I would change. Life is so strange in so many ways. The things that matter the most then now seem the least important. Most of the folks I called my friends, I've never seen again. Most of the plans that I had never even happened. The one constant in my life was Christ.
It's just a memory, thoughts inside my head.